Oh, am I starting? Are we live?
I was waiting for
Yes,
the
we are.
transition.
Welcome, everybody. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Welcome, everybody. We are finally here with the winners finals match, pun intended. Um, we have a race between Aslov and Mike today, and they will be competing to get their spot in the grand finals. Um, yeah, that'll give them the advantage in the grand finals, and the loser of this race will have to win one more race to make it back to the grand finals. So, pretty important here because you get an advantage and you get to sit out one race and lose that threat of losing again and guarantee yourself second place. So, two runners, Aslov and Mike, would you like to say hello?
So,
All right, we got one. Okay,
wait,
we got.
that
We have one that says "huh" and one that says "sup." Yeah, we're a little bit behind,
so
so
funny.
are you all ready to let's get going?
I got some cutscene audio playing and it won't shut up.
Nice,
Oh my god.
You get a lag frame on the first power cell.
great.
Well, let me grab
right.
a power cell. I can't lose 4 or 5 seconds.
That half a second is gonna be very crucial.
Yeah. We take 5 minutes to get a power cell. Where are they? Oh wait, no, it's done. Okay.
All right.
What is he talking about?
Are you both top two on the boards?
No,
No,
I'm
no.
third.
I know Aslav's one. You're third. Okay, close. Top two in this tournament, at least.
This is true. This is
These are
very
the
true.
top two seeds, and number 3 seed was Mortis, who wasn't quite the number 3 seed, but got away with it.
Oh, the cutscenes.
Anyways,
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Jak and Daxter 100% with cutscenes race.
Yes, and both of them are on PS2. Yeah, looks like you guys are both ready, correct?
Yep.
All right, then we'll begin on go. 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Good
My
luck.
mouse wasn't up. Whatever.
Unlucky.
He doesn't need live split. All right, and they're off. Well, one of them's off.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get that fixed,
Or
maybe not.
Mike
Oh well.
Mike apparently gets a head start.
Ooh, Aslo's going for the geyser first cell skip.
Scene skip. Love to see it.
So he gets back a second. It's about a second in Hundo, right? Because you have to get the orbs.
I believe so.
Something around there. Still pretty good.
Don't ask me how much something will save. I will tell you the complete wrong answer, and someone will correct me. And I'm just gonna go, well, I knew that was gonna happen, so.
Twitch broke. Oh well. So they're not synced up, so it looks like Mike is just way ahead, but they're probably pretty similar, or, Aslov might actually be ahead since he got the cell cutscene skip. But yeah, both runners are on PS2, the original, so...
The OG, not to be confused with Open Goal.
I love that. It's OG.
I know.
The OG Jak game, but it's not the OG.
Fastest Jake.
This one could be close. I mean, Aslov's obviously world record holder. He's got a minute and a half on Mike in terms of PB, but they're both pretty close to each other.
Nah, Aslov's been playing Jak too. He's washed.
I don't even know if Mike's been playing though. That's the thing.
Mike just does what Mike does, and that's being a gaming professional.
He is a gaming professional, which means he doesn't need practice.
Exactly. He was born. He picked up a controller and immediately played Jak 1.
There's a picture of him when he was like 3 years old on the computer playing Jak. You seen that one?
I have not. Is that an actual picture?
No, it's like him when he's like 5 or 6 in front of
Oh,
a computer, but someone edited the Jak and Daxter game onto it.
it's even better.
Yeah. Oh, someone should edit like the Fire Canyon skip, like just him doing like Fire Canyon skip. Make it seem like
I
you know,
did
he's
I
on
did
Fire
this when I
Canyon
was
skip
7 years old.
15 years
Okay.
ago.
Yeah, okay, bud. You know, I feel like if I ask my parents about any old pictures that they might have, they might actually have a picture of like little like 5 or 6 year old me playing Jak and Daxter. There might be
Yeah,
a
I don't know about me, but I definitely played it when I was that young. I don't know if there's any pictures.
No, we didn't take pictures much in just the house, so who knows? But have both of them hurting Yakos. Mike's going for double Yakos.
Mike with the double yak house, which seems like it saves a lot, but it doesn't save too much, and it's really difficult. So a lot of runners will go
Yeah.
for double yak house and think that they're going faster, but they're actually taking more time.
I've never
So,
really seen it be worth it, at least not for myself, but I've also never really practiced or tried to like get
Mhm.
good at doing double Yakos. Never seemed worth it.
No, definitely not worth it in an hour and a half category. Well, hour like 50 minutes for us.
Yeah. That's right. It's like for me, it's like, all right, if this is only gonna save me a few seconds, that's negligible. I need to be working on other things.
Yet I'll still reset in Geyser if I miss an orb real quick.
Yeah. I can't have a dirty geyser in my PB.
Exactly. It's really it's interesting the psychology behind that. Like,
Like my PB can't have a bad geyser. If I have a bad geyser in my PB, I didn't deserve it.
and I think it's something like you get yourself off to a bad start to your run, and then it's just mentally
Yeah,
you're just kind
mentally
of
you
in a
feel like
bad
you're
mood
at a bad
already.
start. Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Although I still find it funny because I'm pretty sure at some point in my sub 1 no LTS, I'm pretty sure I said I have to be ahead out of hub 1 or else the run is dead, and I was 30 seconds behind.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a big thing too. Is people race against their hub 1 the most, and they'll keep comparing against it, and then they'll get better and better against hub 1 because they keep resetting in hub 1. But then their hub 2 and 3 are really bad. So it might seem like you're way behind, but you actually have so much time to save later that it's just not worth it.
Oh yeah, 'cause, like in that run I proceeded the gold like all but like 2 or 3 of my splits, and I was just like, oh,
Yep.
I'm glad I didn't reset.
Exactly. What is your PB?
59, like 56, maybe 57, something like that.
Ooh.
Ooh, like taking an early death in temple.
Tough death. He
Sucks to
just
see.
barely rubbed against the wall there. So that officially puts Aslov in the lead, although he might have already had the lead, but we couldn't tell. So we're just going to act like Aslov just pressed start 10 seconds late, and then...
Yeah. He's not behind. You guys are just ahead.
Exactly.
Get on the same frame.
Frame.
You know, even then, like, apart from whatever, like, delays there might be between the two of them and whatnot, like, they're really close anyways.
The one thing that's going to make this race even closer than what their PBs show is that, for Aslov, he's got a better PB, but those are also with a lot more risky strats. There's not too many of them that lose that much time, but, things like Lava Walk, things like, even Stalagmite Hops, which both of them probably still going to go for, but those are pretty risky strats that aren't always the best in a tournament race, because if you miss it, you could lose minutes, and you don't really want that in a tournament race where it could come down to within a minute. So
Shout out to rats.
that will definitely even the playing field a little bit, just because runners kind of have to do more safe strats as they go.
Tell if Twitch caught up, but it appears that despite the death, Mike is pulled back ahead.
Yeah.
But we really don't know.
I think Aslov's still ahead because it was like 10 seconds in Geyser. So I think technically Aslov's ahead, but Mike's definitely, he's had a better section. So it looks like he's back ahead. So we're just going to act like Mike's ahead for now.
Yeah, I got no clue where the sink is at for them, but, you know, they better let that sink in.
Yeah?
No?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm just going to let that sink in.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, we had enough time
for an emote somewhere. Someone's got to put an emote there. Let that sink in.
What, where it's like a sink just outside?
And a half-open door with the sink there. I want to see that emote.
I would genuinely love to see that.
Or 7TV. I forgot FFC is kind of outdated now. Cool kids use, 7TV.
7TV is just like objectively better.
I agree.
Like it literally,
both of them are going for the cutscene skip. So
let's see if they get it. Which both it does both of what BTTV and FFZ did. Like it gives us animated emotes and it gives us a lot of emotes.
Exactly. What was it 600 now?
Yeah, you have like a ridiculous amount that you can add.
It's kind of ridiculous.
I genuinely can never see myself adding 600 emotes.
I know.
Like I would have to duplicate so many emotes at that point. He's like, all right, how many versions of forehead can I add?
That's funny.
There are two types of good fish.
So both of them get the skip. Well, let's see how good of fish they can get.
If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna
as they say, fish is the great equalizer.
Poisonous eels.
I don't know who says that, but I just heard it. I think I heard Roser say it once, and now I always think about it.
I remember somebody saying it in some tournament race that we did. I want to say it was Piggle. But I don't fully remember. But I just remember that one race. It was like every other level, we would just hear, the great equalizer.
I like that.
I was thinking about that recently.
I mean, fish really is the great equalizer. So, looks like Aslov's got great fish. He's already ahead on fish, even though he started, 10 seconds late.
Yeah, Aslov ended second phase with like 62 or 3, and then Mike ended it with like 57, I think.
Although Mike got a great third phase. Oh, maybe not.
130 on
130 to 122.
Phase. Yeah.
He got a better third phase. I think Aslov just had a really bad third phase.
Let's see how they finish it out.
Oh, Mike. Close? Oh, 196. To 189. But he got out of eels quick, and Aslov is not. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, he got out of eels at least.
He got so many goldfish during eels, though.
And there's 4 of them. Alright. Well, decent fish for both of them. Mike with a slight advantage there, so he should be actually ahead of Aslov. Oh, well, maybe not anymore.
We'll see. Who knows? We don't.
Rough movement.
Oh,
Mike going for the cutscene skip.
Did not get it.
Did not quite get it.
Aslov did not get it either.
Okay. And it's so hard to risk it because you could soft lock the game, so it's
yeah. Which there is an easy way to check, but
that's why both of them hit pause too early, because if you do it too late, you soft lock the game. I mean, yeah, obviously they would check, but they don't want to risk that because then that's just time loss. So yeah.
And it takes like 3 seconds to cook. Yep, to check.
To cook?
Yeah.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. Who let him cook?
Yeah, 3 seconds to check, but if you check and you don't get it right, then
And then it's just like, okay, that's 3
That's
seconds
what
on top of watching the cutscene as well.
yeah.
But it is better than the race just ending like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, that's fair. We had a race earlier. I think it was one of the first races of the match where someone soft locked, but they just kept playing just for fun.
The first race of the tournament.
I think it was Zombie against Rubik's actually.
Estimated of, probably a close to 2 hours race and everything. The race ends at 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
That-
They just played it through for the entertainment. Plus, you get a
yeah,
little
at that point,
practice.
it's like, okay, yeah, sure, like,
Oh, Mike missed a
oof,
lurker
like
there.
just barely.
And
Oh,
he couldn't get to second.
He really should have just gone for the second one and turned around.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do that, but he chose to go for the first again. That was, yeah,
I was a
interesting.
little surprised by that.
That's gonna
Unless I was
be
having a bit of a
pretty
better second
annoying.
there. Yeah, that, especially on that side, like those two lurkers are the most annoying to go back for.
Mostly because you don't know where they are in their cycle. It's hard to keep track. So you're,
Yeah.
you just kind of gotta hope that they're on the right part of their cycle as you go back down. Guess we'll see.
Plus, even then, on top of that, like with those two being where they're located at, like ideally, you don't want to have to go back over there during a hundo run. Like you just get the two lurkers over there, get the orbs, and then you just don't
Yep.
have to go back to that side.
All right, he got a decent cycle, so
Yeah,
at least he's down. He
interesting.
doesn't have to wait.
I would say ideally, you want to see that it's about at the top of its path when you reach the boat, because by the time that you get over to where it'll
Yeah.
touch the water again, like you'll be right there.
Yeah, that's reasonable. So, Aslov's got himself quite the lead. He's going to try to maintain that for the rest of this race.
Still a decently close race.
Oh,
Me and
yeah,
one-
I mean, you got over an hour left.
yeah, we got a lot of race
Anything
left.
can happen. I mean, the rest of Misty, you could even say it's like the great equalizer.
You could say that. Getting cannon one shots. But you know what they say about cannon two? It's a great equalizer.
Yeah, I have heard that. It's definitely pretty true. It definitely could be the great equalizer.
If you don't have cannon shots that are good enough, could lose a fair chunk of time there. The more I run this game, the more I learn that like the trigger for the ambush to start is a lot closer to the center of the arena than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Like I really thought it was like pretty wide, but
I think when I first started running, I just hugged the wall. I was like, I'm
yeah,
not
I
risking
was just
it.
like, I'm not risking it, and now it's just like, oh, I don't
Yeah,
have to.
it's pretty far inwards.
Oh, that was kind of cool. Mike just like took a hit from the lurker and then just slid instead.
And well, flying for Misty. Ooh, Mike was on Aslov was on 1 health, and he barely had enough iframes to get through one of those.
I know. That
whirling
had
logs.
me on the edge of my seat there for a second.
I thought, no way he's gonna roll, and then I saw him start to roll again. I was like, oh no. That would have put Mike in the lead. I mean, you have your spawn point's so far away.
I feel like I have a good enough system of like, after every barrel that you get over, you have enough distance to do a short punch and then hop over the next one. And then just
I
two
usually
short
just
punches.
uppercut. Just do a full uppercut.
Yeah. The uppercut just doesn't feel as clean.
No, and it's probably a little bit slower since you're up in the air for so long.
Oh,
Mike. Bounces off. There's one spot
Little
there on that
spot,
little
right.
island where you can't really ledge grab and it just bounces you off.
If he was just a little bit further to the left, that would have been fine.
And a little further right.
Yeah. It's like dead center on that island.
Yeah, it's tough. Tough luck.
Skill issue, TBH. All love to money.
Aslov with the bonk. It's gonna lose him quite a bit of time there.
You know what they say about bonks?
Yeah, they're the great equalizer.
equalizer. I see we found our running joke for the run.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I like the pun there.
I'm enjoying it.
I don't even know if you caught your own pun.
A little bit, but it was unintended.
Unintended pun.
Oh, what a wonderful sight! I thank you.
Cutscenes, my favorite thing. Oh, you know what? I gotta set up that all cutscenes race against Roser.
Ooh.
I got the sub 1 now, so I'm gonna. I should
When
probably.
might this be happening?
I'm not sure. Maybe we do it directly before the grand finals, so people will think that they're tuning into the grand finals, and then it's me and Rose are watching cutscenes.
Hang on. Do we want to make this a three-way race?
Ooh, I'd say that's up to Saren.
I'd be willing
How
to do some cuts.
how the layout would work and make
Yeah.
sure there's good visibility.
We'll just loan out a Jack Speedruns layout. It'll be fine.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I wish to set off on my journey.
You know, I didn't think that the mayor would have such an effect on me into adulthood.
Precursor ore.
No one else can inspire me
I
to
would have
commit
pledged
tax
my
fraud.
word that I had 90 of them.
Honestly,
I
yeah.
gather that your young friend, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun.
There's still nothing funnier to me than
Anyway,
Uncle just straight up
would you
roasting
kindly
Daxter.
loan your dear old uncle
Yeah.
90 precursor ore?
and just a zero hesitation with it too.
I would offer you a power cell in return.
Meanwhile, I'm just kind of like, bro.
I see you two are back to make the
It's
trade.
interesting because Daxter,
Jolly good.
you know, as an Otzel, has the same voice as he did as a human. So you'd think the uncle would like recognize that. I guess
But
Daxter doesn't really
doesn't even
talk.
say. Yeah, Daxter
Yeah.
hasn't said anything during that.
He growls, but yeah, he doesn't talk.
He's gonna. It's like that doesn't exactly sound like Daxter.
Can you repeat that sound?
That's about the sound he makes.
Yeah, yeah,
Approximately.
definitely. Yo, Mortis, thank you for the raid. How was Osu?
Gluten dog.
And good night. Yeah, it's really. What is it? 4 a.m. for you?
Gluten knocked.
Gluten knocked. What is that? Bread night?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yo, homie. He is here now. Oh, it's 2 a.m.? Oh, that's not too bad. I mean, it is late.
Yeah.
Oh, daylight savings, that's why I was off. I was like, is it 6 or 7 hours? But it's, but daylight savings would make it 5 or 6 hours, and he's 5 hours off. Got it. I always
Okay.
thought you were 6 hours off, Mortis. Huh, maybe not.
He's 8 hours off from me.
Oh, yeah. California. I'm actually going to California, early May. SoCal, though, so.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we don't get to meet again.
Disappointing. I just need to hear the Vortex is doing some yo-yo stuff nearby. And then I'll be happy. My
Is
town
Vortex
is
still
actually-
touring with yo-yo stuff?
I don't think so.
I know
But
he's
also don't
teaching,
know.
so
I can't really speak for him and what he's doing. However, if he ever finds himself in this direction, I'd be very thrilled. If anyone finds themselves in this direction, I'd be thrilled.
yeah, we should probably go ask Vortex. I wonder where he's at.
He's probably off doing teaching stuff or watching.
Yeah, making a lesson plan. I don't know, trading Pokemon cards, whatever teachers do nowadays.
Yeah.
Genshin.
In Seattle next month. That's a little too far north, but
Oh, I'm going to Seattle in July. But I'm going on an Alaskan cruise. So I'm in Seattle for like 1 day before the cruise and then 1 day after.
hey, if there's anything that you can always expect from Jack speedruns is that we will never talk about the game.
The game?
Yeah, I guess they are in Sentinel. They got past Canon to, the Great Equalizer.
Oh yeah, the other Great Equalizer. Because the cannon can spawn in an awful spot, like it could, and it will completely throw you off. So yeah, doesn't seem to have affected this run too much. But
Sometimes you just get unlucky Canon RNG, and you just gotta scale the waterfall. I haven't had to do that in a while.
alright, Aslov is killing it as always. I haven't really seen any mistake from either of them, really. Other than missing the boosted by Mike and Misty. After that's been pretty good by both players.
Yeah, for the most part, Mike has seemed to be, I'd wager, 30 seconds behind?
Yeah, hard to tell because of where Aslov, the
Yeah.
delay,
at least
so
based
maybe
on
45
stream.
seconds.
Yeah. At least based on stream, it seems to be about, 30 seconds.
Yeah. This Bird Lady cutscene's what? Is it 40 seconds?
I don't know. I know Aslov started the cutscene at about 24:30.
Okay.
Good job.
So, yeah.
Now beat me
So
down
yeah,
to
about
the
30
pit.
seconds.
So I think
That'll
it's
be
about a
helpful.
40-second difference in total.
I hope the
Yeah.
players
Aslov.
are
Yeah.
Depending on stream delays and whatnot, and whether or not there still
Yep.
is. Man, I want to go to Seattle now.
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its
It was pretty cool. One of the, I'm there July 7th and July 14th or something like that. And it just so happens that the Detroit Tigers are playing in Seattle against the Seattle Mariners that day, the 14th or something. So I'm going to that game. I'm flying out later than the rest of my family to see the game.
That's sick.
Just like, come on. When am I ever going to get an opportunity to see the Tigers in Seattle playing a game? Like,
Yeah, like how often is something like that gonna happen?
pretty cool. So me and my fiance are, and I think my dad and my sister are also gonna stay after, while the rest of my family leaves.
Most of your family's like, all right, enjoy the game.
Yep, they just want to get home because the flight's actually that night after the game, so it leaves at like 12, and then it's like a 7 hour flight,
Yeah.
and and then the next day, it's gonna be rough. Yeah. Got a couple of cutscenes.
Farmer's happy, Sculptor's happy, everyone's happy. I still have never liked skipping the 3 orbs next to Sculptor's hut on the way to beach. It just
You always grab those?
Yeah, I always grab those because whenever you once you're done getting all the orbs around the Pelican cell, you have, I think it's 300 orbs exactly.
Oh.
And I've always just liked a clean number to keep track of my orb count.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, when I was running Hundo, I never really kept track of orb count. I just assumed that it was all good.
There's like very few orb counts that like I'll pay attention to. At least at this point.
I think I see at the end of each hub, since that one's pretty easy to track.
Yeah, I mean, a bit. Hub 2 is a bit harder to tell in certain levels, but for the most part, yeah, like you're gonna be ending with a whole number.
Yeah.
Or rather, like some multiple of 10.
Yeah. And if there's a 9, then
Yeah,
tough luck.
if that last number is not a 0,
chances are you might have missed something.
Although I do know the end of I think it's the end of Spider Cave is 404, and then the end of
Yeah.
Snowy is 604. I just know
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, the last
error
one's always
404.
Aslov has some decent farmer dialogue RNG. The question is, will Mike have good farmer dialogue RNG?
I've always liked how we didn't know what caused long loads because we never played with hints on.
Yeah.
Like we didn't realize it was just a farmer's dialogue.
Great.
Yeah, it's just the farmer just
Cells needed to
talking
power
in the
my
background.
shield. Now be careful. The shield will only protect your zoomer till it reaches 500.
Oh yeah, it's 604. I think
Flying
it's
over open lava will
you probably get
definitely
like
fill you up fast.
4. No, because you get all of the rail orbs, which are 30, and then you grab the ones at the beginning of Spider Cave, which there's like 6,
So keep a lookout.
5
I
of
think-
them.
I think it's 4 going in the cave.
4. Oh, I guess that would give it the 4 number, so that makes sense.
But yeah, I don't know. All I know is that the last number is always a 4 when you leave cave, and it's like, alright, that's nice.
Yeah.
Then we'll be able to teleport over and meet you.
In the Hub 3 route, it like you don't miss an orb ever, so you like it's pretty easy to hit those numbers. They're pretty consistent. It is important to keep track of orb counts in Snowy because some of those orbs can
Yeah.
be hidden. Alright, Fire
Decent
Canyon,
fire.
a great equalizer.
Pretty decent fire canyon so far from both runners.
It's like a 29.45 from Aslov.
Oh, I could not tell you what their times were. They just visually
Sub 30.
look-
Sub 30 for Aslov, and we'll be at about 30.25 for Mike. So it's 30 to 40 seconds. Ooh,
Oh.
Mike. Clip the edge of that bridge. Well, I lied about the 30.25. It was a 30.27.
Tim.
That one's on me. I didn't think I could manage to jinx someone at the end of Fire Canyon, but I mean, you know what they say.
If Mike loses this race by 2 to 3 seconds, we will solely blame you.
I will happily take credit for that.
If G3 hadn't have used his commentator's curse, Mike would have won the race.
Got some pause buffers, skipping the blue sage, yada yada. I'm pretty sure everyone's probably heard that definition already of how that works, but if not, speak up in chat and I'll explain it.
Maybe you could help me out.
Hey, we're the ones on a big
I
He
kind of
will
don't feel like
explain
explaining it.
And he will explain it in more than one way.
Yeah, I'll give you the easy way and then the more complicated version.
Yeah.
There's 2 different versions of it. One that you tell to a little kid, one that you tell to, also a little kid, but a smart little kid.
Yeah.
We're all playing a 20-year-old video game. We're all little kids.
Yeah, lightning bolt.
Although good at heart.
Okay. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try. But I would be
Fun fact, Jak and Daxter has the most cutscenes in a PS2 platformer. I believe. Something like that.
I did not know that. I can
believe
believe it though.
Pretty sure I saw something like that. Maybe it was like at the time, which doesn't really mean much since it was like pretty early on, but I'm pretty sure it's still up there. At least
Yeah,
like
it
unskippable.
wasn't quite a release game, but it was like
Yeah.
a game
This
that
game
was
came
heavily
out with a lot of PS2s. It was in a
Yeah.
bundle, I'm pretty sure. And I think that's why, Naughty Dog had to rush this game out, was to coincide with the release of PS2.
I can just only imagine what sub levels would look like if Naughty Dog had more time.
I know, right? Just give them another 2 years. Like, maybe that's too much time, but give them 2 years. Give
think
them
that's a
all,
little-
like, all 4 hub worlds. Because I think that was kind of in the planning, was 4 hub worlds to begin. But then they narrowed it down to 3, and then still had to cut out a level or 2. So I think Citadel was the 4th hub, and then they just made it its own thing. Just had the Sage rooms instead.
Aslov's having a nice clean, yeah.
The
Basically
Yellow
so far.
Sage's lab. Who doesn't know, Saren? Does anybody in chat?
I'll point out the Yellow Sage's lab when we get there.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Every single person who plays the game goes there, but they just don't know it. They don't necessarily go into the hut, the Yellow Sage's hut or lab, but they go there. They see it.
Given the Yellow Sage that we talk to when we free him, you really don't expect him to be one with a lab. Maybe that's just my personal biases.
I can't remember the Yellow Sage guy.
Oh, it's like a heavy southern drawl, like, who'd have thought I'd see the day I need to be
Right,
rescued
yep,
by
that guy.
a boy and his muskrat.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was him or the Red Sage guy. Like, I was like, which one is which?
Nah, Red
Yeah.
Sage is more like Creepy Santa.
Creepy Santa. I like that. Creepy Santa. Isn't Yellow Sage, Sculptor, and Boggy Billy all the same voice actor?
I believe.
I know. I'm pretty sure
know
it's Sculptor
Boggy
Boggy
Billy-
Billy.
I know Boggy Billy shares a voice actor, or shares a voice actor. I don't know. I just don't remember who. I don't think it's Sculptor though.
I think it's Sculptor. I think Sculptor and Boggy Billy are the same.
I want to say it's one of the sages, but I don't think it's Yellow Sage. I think it's actually like Blue Sage.
Oh, it could be. It's someone who definitely has to like change their voice, and Blue and Yellow Sage both could. I don't remember.
I knew around the time when Kana was getting the like cameos for Josh's birthday,
Oh yeah,
but I don't remember.
because we
at
got
this
the
point.
yellow Sage voice actor for Josh.
Was it Yellow Sage?
I think she got Yellow Sage for him.
Blue Sage. I don't know anymore.
Man, I can't remember. It's awful. I don't know why.
There's too many voice actors and characters in this game.
But who voice acted Jack?
Michael Irwin.
Cool.
I at least I think in 2 and 3 and beyond at least.
Oh yeah. Jack 1, Jack. Who made the grunts?
Oh, that
Oh,
was me.
Aslov barely got 1 cycle.
I went back in time and I voiced
Frames.
Jack's
Nicolas Cage. I think Nicolas Cage actually did do Jack 1, Jack. The grunts are very very professionally done. I know Naughty Dog put in a lot of money on that one. Cause you want to make sure that those.
for Jak and Daxter.
We're gonna steal the. I don't know. I'm trying to think of
Declaration
something.
of Eco-Pendants.
Eco-pendants. What would they steal? What would they steal? That's
probably the precursor stone. I mean,
Oh, Mike also
pretty much-
barely got one cycle. They
I
both
mean, the
were
plot
just
of
out of
Jack-
eco.
Yeah, that was very close. I mean, pretty much the plot of Jak 2 up until Mars Tomb is just National Treasure. Like, after
it?
Mars Tomb, then it's like, alright.
I guess so. Also, hi,
Like,
Dino.
I don't like how many times I've seen my display, like, flicker. That makes me concerned.
Oh, my displays were doing that for a while. I think it's a power issue.
That would
I
be
think that was
my
happening for me.
that would be my assumption, which we've been having pretty bad weather here recently. So if I disappear, assume my power went out.
Disappear.
I'll just like hop back on my phone or something.
That works. I don't think chat wants me to do it alone. That
No,
would
because
be
how many
entertaining.
times can the chat listen to? Okay, so basically, they need someone to run interference on them.
I just saw what Skywarper typed. Come on, you can't delete that. That was good.
I completely missed what was. That.
So the game is like a bus. Like a bus station, or I don't remember what the exact description is, but that's a good one. Isn't it just imagine a bus? That's all you gotta say.
It's full of people.
Imagine a bus.
You know,
Bus station.
I don't see anyone else ever go for it during Blue Rings, but that section where you go back down to the trans pad,
Yeah.
I love nothing more than power steering around the trans pad.
That's so
And then-
risky.
It
It's
is so
so-
risky,
it's
but
so
it's
nice.
so satisfying.
It's so satisfying. But if you hit the teleporter thing, you lose blue rings, and oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Everybody's
I haven't done it yet,
that
though.
in Secret.
I tend to go wide enough around
Okay,
it that
yeah.
we find. I haven't encountered an issue yet, so I'm just constantly being satisfied while I'm going with it.
Honestly, just
Control.
power steering it's just satisfying on the zoomer. Once you learn like how to really control it.
Yeah. And it's so
I-
useful.
I think Aslov, I think he plays on a DS1, so he actually can't power steer.
I don't know.
think Aslov's on a DS1. I don't know. I know he's had to go through a couple controllers since they keep breaking and
Yeah.
some stick drift and stuff like that, but
I know Mike runs on a DS2.
yeah, Mike's DS2. I mean, you can see that with his power steering.
Yeah.
All right, both of them are out, and still like the same gap.
Yeah, Mike is really not that far behind, and even then, who knows what the delay between them is right now?
Yeah.
For it has twisted the fate of one of you.
For all we know,
Oh.
Aslov's stream could be ahead of Mike's stream, and Mike can be even closer than we thought. I don't know.
And it really just came down to missing the lurker in, the Zeppelin lurker. I think he made a difficult decision to go back for the second one before getting the first one, and then the first one got away, and then he
I
missed the
think it's more
boost.
coming down to the boosters, honestly.
They both probably lost the same amount of time. The
Yeah, they were
Zeppelin might
probably
actually
about-
have been more.
They were probably about 10 to 15 apiece.
Yeah, other than that, like, I think the boosted's usually, I think it's like 14 seconds. Like, it's something like pretty consistent if you have like good
Yeah.
movement.
Now I can get back
Um,
to my research.
I mean, there
And
are
I can
different
see the
backups.
Zeppelin being 15 to 20. So what, Aslov hit the
Ooh.
button at 41.25.
Mike, Mike. Aslov missed the death warp.
Ooh, so Mike can catch up a little bit there. I don't know if maybe that was a don't get villaged kind of thing. Playing a little
No.
safe.
I just want to say that maybe his jumps weren't spaced enough, but I can't fully tell.
I have no idea. It's hard to tell when I don't have like the audio cues. It's hard to tell what that is visually.
Yeah. That
Alright.
He started jumping bit late.
So it's about 35-second difference going into LPC. Actually, more like 30 seconds since Mike got the death warp, but
Aslov being chased by Larry Jr.
we love Larry Jr. I'm kidding. Nobody likes Larry Jr. I like Larry Jr. when I'm on 3 health because it doesn't really matter. When I'm
Yeah,
on 2
like,
health
I
or 1 health,
you.
awful.
Yeah.
But whenever
If
I'm
you're
on
on
3
1 and
health,
2
he's
health, you
never
are
near me.
guaranteed to have Larry Jr. be puffed up and in your way. If you have 3 health, he's out of the way. You just
He's
kill him,
never
whatever.
there. Oh, Mike had a bad Larry Jr. Although he had 3 health, so
Yeah. Took a
he
bit
was
of a
right in
wide.
the way of the roll jump. I'm surprised he went through with the roll jump. I thought he was just gonna stop and uppercut around, but he went for it.
Larry Jr.
Ooh,
is your
Aslov with a
dad.
good cycle there.
Barg, I'm sorry, you need a new dad.
Oh, Mike with a accidental dive.
I did that a few times in some of my races. Accidental dive.
Alright, Aslov's. Oh, I don't think you'll get the manip. You got the ledge
I
grab.
don't think that's gonna work.
So you'll probably see Mike do it, but what Aslov did there is he went to the left, and then Mike is probably gonna do a roll jump, high jump off. Oh, he still got the manip, so he's good.
Nice.
Do a high jump off to the left, and that is supposed to manipulate the lurkers, the spinning lurkers, to hit the 2 metal crates inside of the, whatever that room is. Because that can be awful, just standing there on top of those boxes waiting for 30 seconds for them to hit it.
Yeah. Thankfully, with this route, and even in the case of like Larry Jr., he's just like super in the way. Like, thankfully with the route, you can go back through and do puzzle skip later in the run
Yeah.
if you'd like.
And Aslov skipped puzzle skip, so he will be going back for puzzle skip, and Mike will do the same. He also got the manip, so didn't matter.
Yeah.
And I think it is technically faster. It is, but it's like a couple seconds, if anything. It's really not that much to skip puzzle skip and do it later. The biggest advantage is, yeah, you get a second chance at those orbs if, they weren't broken on the first try.
Yeah. That's about it, though, really.
Yeah.
But having a second chance is always good.
That's
I don't think I've ever seen someone actually. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually seen someone just straight up go to the left rather than just trying to go for the vents, anyways.
Well, there was one strat that I saw Aslov do. He posted it, and it was like he jumped onto the first vent, and then as the vent was going up, he like rolled and hit the other vent as it was going up, and like jumped off of that one and got to the scoutfly. It was some ridiculous movement that I'm sure is only possible on the perfect cycle, but it looked really cool. It just looked cool.
I still don't like how much my display is flickering.
Did Mike not activate all of the blue eco? Oh wait, no, you're not supposed to.
No,
You got me, Zed. It's like, wait, what?
Mike's not
going
riding
for
up
button
the chamber.
flip. Interesting how Mike chose not to skip the that section. Like, you usually just jump up.
Right. I don't
he
think
went
it
around.
makes much of a difference.
I don't think it's much, but it's still really easy, so I don't know
Yeah.
what was there. I was left with a nice button clip. I assume Aslov wants to take damage here. Oh, does he take damage somewhere? Oh, he probably takes it in the water.
Aslov already took damage.
Oh, I missed that. He got it in the water.
Yeah, he took it in the first water.
Nice.
Guys, please follow. I want Saren to get a puppy.
Do it. Everybody follow. Everybody follow right now. How close are we? We gotta be real close.
We're at 2.9k. I don't know how actual close it is. Like, I don't know that exact number.
I don't know how to check.
I'm sure it's somewhere on like the stream manager page or something like that.
Yeah.
62 followers away.
62 away. We're
Alright,
getting
guys.
that. Jack community will follow through.
Find 62 friends, guys.
Start looking for your dog.
Wait, did Mike do puzzle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely like blanked that out.
I mean,
I
we were
just, like-
talking about, puppies and
Yeah, I got distracted by the puppy talk. I was like, I thought I just finished watching Aslov doing puzzle, and I was like, yeah, Aslov's ahead. Then I looked over and I was like, all right, Mike is going back.
Aslov with a nice fish skip. So, good job. I think he did fish skip. I think that's the proper name for that one, since it's like the third version of it.
I don't know anymore.
I do fish
If someone
skip.
finds another version, adds another skip onto it, I will. I don't know.
That's the fun one, is adding a bunch of adding a bunch of skips, because you're skipping that version of the skip by doing a different version.
You see, now that's where I would say fish skip. That it wouldn't be as funny, but the second we get to fish skip, then it becomes funny again.
That is kind of funny, yeah. Once you get that extra skip in there,
Yeah, like
it
you
really
have to
changes
like.
it.
There's really like it's like a lot of different jokes. There's a certain like middle ground where it's just kind of like, okay, like it's overused, it's not as funny now. But once you get past that and have gone beyond overusing it, it becomes funny.
It becomes funny again, exactly.
Just like this boggy swamp, the Great Equalizer.
It is the Great Equalizer. You want to know what specifically is the Great Equalizer about Boggy Swamp?
What is?
Rats.
Rats. Rats is in fact the Great Equalizer.
It's the Great Equalizer.
You know what else is the Great Equalizer?
What else is the Great Equalizer?
Equalizer 2.
What is that?
It's a movie.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Stupid joke. I haven't actually seen that movie either. I know it came out in theaters while I still worked at the theater, but that's about all I know about that movie.
What, you didn't get to watch free movies?
I never watched those.
You just go and clean up a theater that's in use.
You're right.
You just go one seat at a time. Clean one seat for 2 hours, watch the movie, and then clean the rest.
Actually, I will admit there were some days where it was so slow that I'd be like, all right, I'm going to go like deep clean this empty theater because I know there's no one in there and I'll have time to clean it. And there was once that I was like deep cleaning it, but also like kind of watching the movie in the background. And one of the managers turned off the movie, and I was like, oh, I'm still doing everything. Like, you can see I'm doing everything. I was watching that, man.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. I can't get it back to where it was once I skip it. And I'm like, it's okay. Watch it later. You just didn't know I was in there.
That's funny.
Despite, all the lights being on.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. That's some pretty decently clean bodies so far. Mike is going into this tether with a lot of health. Normally you might want to take some damage on the way into this one at Death Warp out, but it's also not that slow to just load out.
Yeah. Death Warp probably saves like a second to load in.
Yeah.
Especially with Mike's menuing.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it.
It's so satisfying to say.
Because you guys would think that just pressing the button to go down fast would be faster, but it's not. You have to press it at the right time.
Mike knows the perfect tempo.
He has the perfect tempo, and It's insane.
Nothing is more satisfying than Mike's menu.
Just listening to Mike's menuing. Human metronome. I think Mike also can do like a perfect swim pretty well. Like the perfect, I guess, ideal swim.
Mike's
You know, that would be
so different.
really fun. Yeah, this is a good idea. So I'm not gonna mention it.
Are we gonna
Never
give him a
mind.
pair of drumsticks and see how well he can play the drums? I know this man can keep a beat.
That'd be interesting if he actually did play the drums, and that's why he could menu with Jak. Alright. Aslov has made it to the Great Equalizer.
It's time. And if you've never seen just an Aslov stream before it, you would also know Aslov has subsplits for each of the rat phases to let him
does
know
he?
when to start. He has subsplits to let him know how long to wait before he has to start firing.
Oh, just for like a rest?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like lets him know like how far into the phase that the rats will stop spawning. Which honestly, like, I never remembered struggling with Rats minigame that much as a kid.
No, never. But as a speedrunner, it's awful.
Yeah, and it makes more and more sense to me that the rats stop spawning after a certain amount of time. So if you're just slower to shoot them,
Well, it's the number of rats. I thought.
no, they stopped. I'm pretty sure they stopped spawning after a certain amount of time. That was the whole point of Aslov subsplits.
I'm pretty sure it's the number of rats. Because I'm pretty sure I remember counting like it's the same amount of rats per phase always. I don't remember what it is, but
I don't know. Someone can correct us in chat. Someone can tell us we're stupid.
maybe I'll check. I don't know. I guess I can't really count just this one because it wouldn't really make a difference. I'd have to count both as
Well, I mean, it's like, but like if you're watching like Aslov right now, like that was second phase. There was barely any rats during that.
Yeah, no, it's impossible to count. I guess.
Like
I try to count Aslovs.
He kills the first few, but then like he's like he doesn't rapid fire as much, which was kind of brings me back to my point where I didn't struggle with this as much as a kid. Because as a kid, I wasn't just rapid firing and like killing every rat within
Yeah, we're
like a
actually
moment of
aiming.
spawning. I was actually more focused on trying to aim at the individual rats, and I didn't struggle as much.
That seems like a really good rats from Aslov.
It does, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I heard the rat noise. I wasn't watching, but I heard the rat noise.
it's the second that you hear the rat noise, it's like no.
It just sparks fear. I wonder if you could just get in any voice call with Jak runners, play that noise, and half of them will get like PTSD.
Genuinely, I think that sound gives me more anxiety than the lurker shark sound.
Oh, by far, any hundo speedrunner. Because like the shark, I know I'm not gonna get hit or eaten by the shark. In many areas. Oh, Mike.
Is that, can you put that in like a format in which I know what the hell that means? I'm pretty stupid. There's a maximum amount of rats that can spawn at one time per round, and they spawn until self-wave start time.
Okay, so
there's a maximum amount, but
and
once
after
you get...
a certain amount of time.
Okay, so we're both right
so it would
and
be
wrong.
faster to kill rats early because you want to hit that maximum before you run out of time, but maybe that's just not even possible. So maybe one of those is just kind of a fail-safe. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like there is a maximum. I mean, we probably like always hit that maximum as a speedrunner since we spam at the beginning.
So the max is just the max the game be alive at one time.
Yeah. Ooh,
I'm
aslov
still.
with a nice camera. 6, 8, and 10 at one time. Okay, but the number of rats per phase can change. Interesting.
Okay, so it will spawn either 6, 8, or 10 up until a certain point.
Yeah, so it'll keep 6 on the screen at all times until a certain period, and then it'll stop spawning them. I think Aslov pulled away a little bit here in there in Boggy.
Okay, so ideal rat threat would be to let them spawn until you had the maximum amount and kill them incrementally. I guess. I don't know. I'm talking about my ass. Don't use me as a source for anything Jak Speedrunner related.
Proceed with caution, TJ said.
I am the Google of sources. I might be able to lead you towards an answer, but I do not provide the answer. To wait and let them be closer to Jak where you are shooting just since they spawn cultivation. Okay.
Whoa! Mike almost didn't make it onto the platform. Oh, they're both synced up. Shooting claw. It's exactly synced.
Oh,
They're
that
just one
was so
phase apart.
satisfying to watch.
They were perfectly synced. Oh, if only that was the same phase. It's honestly still pretty cool that there was different phases, but it was still perfectly synced.
Could you imagine wearing like one of those like VR headsets that like you just kind of like put your phone into, and just having like one eye on each gameplay during that moment? You just had a 3D claw.
3D claw.
Or VR claw, I guess.
Yo, when's the 3D open goal mod?
Yeah.
1.06.
It went open goal 3D.
I feel like I know that that's not that. I mean, I'm sure it's difficult, but the concept is actually kind of simple. Basically, assets that are closer to you, you have like the red and blue shift or whatever. You put those closer together, and if an asset is further away, the red and blue have to be further away as well. And so there's something like that as well. So the concept is somewhat easy, but getting it implemented, I'm sure, is ridiculous.
Not gonna lie, that was just like a bunch of words to me.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That
I
was
don't even know if
that
I
was a little
fully
past
understood
my
what I said.
Oh, great moves, kid.
I can only comprehend so much at one time.
Now here's your power cell, and I can go collect my big payoff.
Alright, aslov. Probably about 45 seconds ahead here.
Oh yeah! These orbs will help me win my way back.
Didn't
out
go
of
for
the
lava
pit.
walk, that's
Here's the power
boring.
cell, I promise.
Come on.
I assume he's gonna go for stalagmite hops.
Mike, go for lava walk.
Mike, do lava walk, you'll save time, trust me. Yeah, looks like they're about 45 seconds apart. So it looks like Aslov pulled away a little bit there in Boggy, but not too much of a difference.
What would the process be like for taking like the first person Jak 1 mod and using that to implement a Jak VR?
Huh. I just can't imagine roll jumping in VR.
Oh god.
It
That
does
would be
flips
so
for you.
nauseating.
Because Jak does 2 flips during a roll jump, so...
Could you imagine doing just a Aslov's going for stalagmite hops. Could you imagine just spinning?
Oh, he gets that easy. Spinning, yeah. Although, does Jak... How often does Jak spin? Or how many times does Jak spin? Is it just once? Or is it twice?
I think it's just once, but like, you can spam that.
Oh, true, you can spam it.
Both of those moves is just asking for the worst vertigo.
Yeah.
Is Mike gonna go for any kind of jump?
Hopefully he goes for stalagmite hops, or else he's gonna find himself pretty far behind.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. Alright.
Unless he's planning on turning around at the end. Which is arguably a safe strat.
Yeah, it's definitely safer and still saves time.
Mike doesn't do any hops. Mike.
Yeah, that's a
Mike
tough
might be a lot
30
funny
seconds.
Mike hop, bro. This is my boy Mike Hop, bro.
Well, that puts Aslov, a minute 15 ahead now. Maybe closer to a minute and a half. So that's a lot of time to make up here in this last hub. Aslov is just playing his game, not making mistakes. Well, I say as he
Having a
made
bit
the
of
biggest mistake he's made in 2 hubs so far by ledge grabbing.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much.
he ledge grabbed again? Yeah, no, he's washed. Retired.
I told you, Anton playing Jak 2, he's washed.
2 ledge grabs in 1 section? Come on, Aslov. You're better than this. You're world record holder. You can't be putting on this show.
Maybe Aslov would do gondola skip and walk in the Red Sage hut in Hardwalk. Yeah, maybe.
I'm sure he, to watch the Samos cutscene there. If you watch the Kira cutscene in the Red Sage hut, you only lose a few seconds because it's super short.
Is it true?
How did he get that lurker? What in the world?
That
You
I'm
could
telling
barely
you.
see him.
I'm telling you, these top level runners have made some sort of deal in which they
Yeah.
just get good lurker shots.
Like I'll shoot right at the guy and it'll just miss, and I'm like, what? Huh?
Let me hit him.
This guy turned on auto aim assist or whatever. Oh, he missed that guy.
Use the force, Aslov.
Although then again, I haven't tried to hit these lurkers on a good controller, so I wonder if it's actually easier than I thought.
That might be the first step. Do you have a good controller at this point?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I found one at my fiance's house and took it. So to be fair, I gave her 2 of my broken ones, and they're not like broken where you can't use them. They're just broken for speedrunning. So yeah.
Oh, so you gave her the one that looks like knockoff Darth Vader to me?
No, I don't. I still have that one because that one is completely busted.
Yeah.
That one's just not working anymore. But the other 2 DS2s that I have still work, but they're just not speedrun viable.
Oh, there was that one controller at the retro game store that we went to. If it's still
Do they
there.
have one there?
Yeah,
Oh,
they had
yeah.
a DS2. Ooh, Aslov's going for the hop there.
So
Skip the
dangerous.
Bro is gaming.
Absolute gaming. Is it faster to do Dark Cave? Well, skipping Dark Cave in 100% is typically not advised.
You can
Yeah.
do it.
I mean, most people typically do it when they're in Spider Cave, but you can wait till after. It doesn't, doesn't hurt you that bad. You'll still get it done. I'm not sure what you're referencing, Zed, because
Yeah, I want to know what percent you would have if you did a hundo run but excluded Spider Cave.
you got 8 cells, so that's about 8%. It's probably 9 to 10% of the game, so
Probably something like that.
92, 91%.
Should we have a 91% category in honor of Ben Victor?
You're not allowed to go into Spider Cave.
Stay out of Spider Cave.
Ben Victor does a hundo run, but doesn't go into Spider Cave, so it just creates a 92% category. That'd be good.
I'd run it.
Ben Victor percent.
One 100% arachnophobia.
Is Spider Cave the only time spiders are in the game?
Unless you count the bugs that Plant Boss spawns. Which I'm pretty sure...
I don't think they're spider. I think they have 6 legs. I think they're just insects.
Yeah, probably. Spiders are infecting Jak too.
Yes, Zed, we know that the name is aphids. If you couldn't tell, Zed is a coder of the game who's looked through the code, so he's very picky when people don't call robot room whatever the checkpoint name is.
What, the tunnel? Or...
Well, just he calls levels by their checkpoint names, by their in-game names, instead of their actual names.
Ah, yes, I love Robo Cave.
Robo Cave. Yes, actual names. Actual names are like the names that are presented to the viewer, because those are the ones that actually are, the title of the game, and it's in the game, not just in the code. The code of a game isn't the official names.
No, because if you hit a sequence of buttons on your controller correctly, it'll say what the level is actually called.
Well, I just go by, the big letters that pop up when you enter a level. Did Aslov die? Or did I just happen to look right when he was at that area?
I don't know.
Because it looked like he just spawned and just went there. I don't know. It's probably nothing big, though.
Oh.
Now he died. Oh, that was a death. Mike's coming back. He's coming back.
He's making his way back up.
Mike's caught up. Not quite. Not a bad death from Aslov.
Where's the
Probably
video?
terrible for him. He would usually reset on that, but... Oh, Mike's on 1 health! Wow. Okay, yeah. That's left out into the eco. That's what I figured. They are gaming, Punch. They are
They
gaming.
are in fact gaming.
We got Paulton in chat as well.
Got some serious Jak 1 gaming going on.
Aslov is on the snowy. with quite a good lead over Mike now. He's really started to pull away, you know, from Boggy to now really taken off.
I really gotta say, I'm not used to it still being light out at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I know, right? Alright, Aslov's finishing starting the final level of, I guess this hub area. Technically hub 3, Loot Citadel, but...
Snopey.
Best level in the game, by the way. Don't at me.
True. Alright, but let's see. What time of day will Mike have? I think Aslov has a really good time of day for Snowy.
I like it, yeah.
He's got that, like, late morning sun. Or I
Where's
guess
that sunset? Is that sunset?
I think it's more sunrise. I think we're at mid-morning.
Well, I don't know.
We'll see.
Looks like Mike has night.
Yeah, Mike's got that
Nighttime snowy and daytime snowy. And the daylight cycles are just on a global cycle, so however long their PS2 was on, that's really all it is.
You can reset the cycle.
If you reset console, if both runners reset console and, you know, started the game at the same time, then they would have the same daylight cycle.
If you save and quit, it also resets the time.
Yeah.
That's some dark glitch strats.
Yeah, I don't do dark glitch strats. I just do dark glitch runs. What did I get? I got a 130, I think, recently.
Better than what I have.
I think it was a 130 flat, something like that.
Intro cutscene would make sense too, because
yeah, because that's the time. Imagine if there was a category where you actually had to watch the intro cutscene. That'd be funny.
I know. That would be crazy. Good thing there's nothing like that.
Good thing that doesn't exist, right? Right?
Surely that doesn't exist.
6 minutes, right? No, surely.
Surely we wouldn't watch 6 minutes purposely. There's some nice clean flat movement from both of them.
Yeah, Aslov got really close to he got close to a triple vent, but he just got the double vent. And
No.
Got the
double
third.
vent and like a one orb.
Yeah.
Have we confirmed
Just
whether or
does
not...
this ice island perfectly, like just no hesitations.
I hate the island with a burning passion.
What did you ask?
Huh?
I think you were about to ask something.
I don't remember at this point.
Yeah, neither do I. It's
Oh,
been an
that's
hour, 15 minutes. My brain's gone.
Yeah.
I'm more just mesmerized watching Aslov just run perfectly that I forget that I'm actually commentating and, you know, helping other people understand what he's doing and why I'm mesmerized by it.
I know, there's so often that like I just get so caught up in watching the run. Oh, I remember what I was gonna ask. Do we know if it's actually like possible to get triple vent or?
I think so. I think it has to be like dead perfect, but if you barely miss, you'll only get like one vent, so it's almost just not worth it. Especially with how fast you have to go, you can't really line it up.
Right.
I do think it is possible.
Like getting bullied by the little bunny. Unlucky.
Aslov wrapping up Snowy, collecting the last few orbs, last few blockers, last few cells.
on his tail.
He's over a minute off of his tail, but
Oh yeah, that's right. I always forget. I always forget that the route does this second and then, or it does this.
yeah.
He's still right on his coattails.
This level is probably the most different between no LTS and Hundo.
It used to be pretty similar when we were first changing the snowy route, but the
Yeah,
snowy route changed like 7 times within a week, and it was like, you know what? This is the one I know.
he
I'm
missed
going
orb.
with this.
Okay, he saw it. Good.
Stuma missed an orb.
Aslov get it. He froze.
I think
Did he
so.
get a texture glitch, or is his lag just his
I think
stream's
it's just
just
lag.
lagging? He gets a texture glitch during gondola skip. A dark glitch. That'd be so funny.
Throwback to the one no LTS race that I got dark glitch going into lava tube.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten dark glitch during a run, but I have gotten a texture glitch during a run. I got one in Sentinel. No, I got dark glitch in Sentinel once. I remember that. I don't think the clip still exists anymore, but it was like 2018, maybe, or 2019, early 2019 when I first started running.
I definitely
I was like,
had.
what in the world?
That was like the first time I got a texture glitch like in mid run, and I was like, all right, I'm over this.
You guys liking the slideshow for Aslov?
Oh, hey, it is a
It looks like a
slideshow.
slideshow because it's a cutscene. It's like the final end credits of some old old movie.
Oh man, this is funny, and we're just it's storyboarding.
Exactly.
Exactly. Oh, that's perfect.
Well, we gotta be moving on. Nothing I see here. I thought you said this was a price.
Or it's like whenever you see like rough sketches of a scene in like an old Pixar movie.
Yeah.
You wanna? What Birdbrain here is trying to say is.
Oh, we got a few frames there.
We're getting some animation.
Oh, Jack is floating. I like to imagine he's actually just jumping with his knees up.
He's like, yeah.
There.
He's for whatever reason he's just doing the biggest like gap between his legs.
Yeah, that's a interesting jump.
Bro decided to man spread in midair. Daxter was just floating there.
He just keeps jumping around the screen. That's funny.
Oh, that one had like a little flame there. It looked like Gordy was like fire bending for a second.
I wonder if Gordy could. I mean, his head's literally made of fire. Like, he should be able to. His stacks are there. Oh.
We're getting some frames every
Oh,
now
no.
and then.
No. The slideshow. Okay, it's back. Jak and Daxter 100%, but it's a slideshow.
I like that it's side by side with Mike in the same cutscene. Like it's
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
I wish they were like synced up on it, so it would just be like here's the original storyboarding of it. Here's what the final cutscene.
Yeah.
That's it. You cleaned us out. No more power cells.
Alright, Aslov, don't go into the Red Sage hut with Flufflet, like Zed said. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Surely it won't happen.
Surely. Oh, it didn't happen.
Alright, Mike, don't do it too.
Light, for within its flame, the
Oh, and then Aslov is back in the slideshow.
gain my power cells,
Kind of.
bringing 120 precursors.
We're just getting a slideshow of GIFs.
You have obtained
That makes sense. Yeah, we don't even have audio. It's just GIFs.
Aslov is just sending gifts to play.
For your effort, a power
I'm
cell
gonna
is the
I'm gonna
reward.
upload my new PB in just a series of GIFs, and then an MP3 file next to it. So you have to line up all of the GIFs and then play the MP3 file.
I feel like
Because
at
the
that
MP,
point,
it's not like a ton of MP3. It's one MP3 file with the whole run, and then a whole bunch of GIFs. So it'd be
Yeah.
really hard to line it up. That's the strategy.
I feel like if I were a verifier and I were to see that submitted, I'd be very torn. Yes. On one hand, I want to reject it because no. But on
Nobody
another
would
hand,
reject it, but nobody would go through the time to do it, so it would
yeah.
just sit in the queue forever.
After I think that I would be the person to go through and finally just go through and try to sync it up and watch it, just because I'm curious, and I think the idea of that being on the boards is hilarious.
Is that? Am I cutting out? I think I'm cutting out.
You sound fine now.
Okay, I missed what you said, so.
I was just saying that like I think I would be the person to go through and finally do it just because I think the idea of that being on the boards is funny.
Yeah, true.
Oh, we got it's the lava tube slideshow.
Apparently the Midwest internet is not doing too hot right now. Aslov's were starting to go bad. Now mine's starting to go bad.
That's all that shit they got going on in Ohio.
Wait, can you not hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Sarah just typed that he can't hear me, but I'm pretty sure.
I think-
Kappa. Okay.
Is this me? Am I dying now?
No. Is that? I think that's. I was hearing the audio glitching too, so that might have been on
Like-
Sarah's end.
I was seeing like the stream glitching, but then it, like you sounded robot-y. And I thought I was just. I
wonder
thought
if
my
it's
internet was
Discord.
fine.
It was probably just Discord.
Oh yeah, it could have been just Discord.
Discord, we broke it. Aslov, don't watch a cutscene. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't watch the cutscene. Don't accidentally roll jump through the door and watch the cutscene. Don't do it. Don't
Watch
do
it.
it, Aslov. Don't watch the cutscene.
Watch it. Watch the cutscene. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
I'm gonna assume he got the pause buffer. I couldn't tell.
Yeah,
I never actually saw it.
we're watching a slideshow with the occasional GIF. Oh, will he get the boosted? He does get the boosted.
I think he did.
Oh,
Oh, he just.
all
Alright,
right.
he got the eco. Oh, he got the orbs. Let's see. He's still
Nice.
getting orbs.
What is it about someone's stream turning into a slideshow that makes it just that much more interesting?
Because you never know what's happening. You're like, I can't wait to see the next frame where he's at.
Yes, and what's gonna happen in this next frame? What's gonna
Yeah,
be
Jack doing
revealed
a
in the next
handstand.
year?
I love it when it cuts out a depth warp and he's just all of a sudden in a new area.
Yeah. It's like I like that. I like every time it cuts out right before he does like a roll jump or a boosted. Mike accidentally activated the platform.
Oh well. Run's over. That run.
Rip.
GG, reset. Go again.
GG, go next. It's gonna be very hard to tell if Aslov even misses anything.
Yeah, no, we won't be able to. I'm sure he'll be able to tell, but we won't be able to tell.
Yeah, the only way we'll be able to tell is if like we just like look back over and it's like, oh, he's still in this area. He missed something.
Ooh,
Oh.
like almost. Didn't quite
Just
get
barely
the
missed
Fluico.
those orbs.
That's tough.
It looked like he should have had those.
Yeah, I mean, he got the bottom one with Fluico, but he didn't get the top two. That was really weird. Is Aslov playing sped up? I think it's sped up for him. He seems
It
like
might
he's
be. I think
moving
it's the
pretty
stream.
fast.
I think it's the stream catching up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
he got chased by the ghost.
He got the ghost. Okay, well, Mike just caught up a little bit there.
Yeah.
Although I can't really tell because of how sped up Aslov is, which means he's definitely behind. Or like the stream's behind.
Yeah. So it's a matter
Aslov
of.
just needs to die like 3 more times in that same spot and then have a much closer race.
I
That
can't believe
was
he went for that roll jump.
risky. Wow. I didn't know you could go for that.
Yeah. He had to wait for the cycle anyways. He was probably better off just waiting for the cycle to begin with. Taking a big risk there. Mike missed an orb.
Did he? Oh
He's supposed to
no.
have 413. He had 412. Now he's jumping back
Yeah.
through.
Well, that might be just about it.
Oh!
Ledge
I
crab.
cannot believe he made that fucking jump. Oh my god. That's the orb.
Launch. Alright, Aslov's clean it up, gonna head to the top of Citadel, and he's just about done. What do you see, 133? I think this should be 133. Oh, just missed
Like, you
that.
could have gone for the boosted. Aslov gets a fairly okay cycle.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
I've seen better cycles, but
Oh, yeah.
I've seen worse.
The problem with this cycle is that it leads him so far to the right there, so he has to travel. He has to backtrack a
Yeah.
ton.
He did get that 2,000 out of 2,000.
Got them all. 101 power cells.
But did he get all the star clocks?
Ooh, I wonder. He could have duped a power cell.
Cheating? In my Jack 100% tournament?
It's not yours, but sure.
No, I'm thinking of it.
Oh, alright, Saren, you're out of a job, sorry. You can stay as the restreamer, though.
You can stay as the host and the person that does like all the work.
The guy who actually knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Hey, then that job sounds perfect for you. Mike gets a bit of a cycle.
Yo, arcade raid. Oh,
Arcade.
Mike. I just saw that. Welcome to
It's a
Jak
one
and
frame.
Daxter. You've just caught the end of this race where this is actually our winners finals between our top 2 seeds, Aslov and Mike. Aslov's on a great run right now. He'll be getting is it 102? Low 102 maybe? With that one frame, I think he can get a low 102. It'll be close. Or a high 102, sorry. High 102, low 103. And Mike is not too far behind. He'll probably be getting a 134. So this was a great run by both runners, but Aslov, as the current world record holder, just outdid himself.
Ooh. Mike gets a 1 frame as
Well, he
well.
got the 1 frame, but he also lost a bunch of times since he couldn't grab the blue eco. So it about equaled it out. Alright. Aslov is just about to finish.
Zed out here praying for double white eco.
The hard lock.
Oh, that would be painful.
Alright, 132.22 is my guess.
Let's see it.
Alright, he's gonna get a 132.22.
Where's the double eco?
Double eco. He's gonna get a far spawn. Oh, he did.
GG's.
GG's.
You.
Good run.
Thank you.
Couple of
Yes.
mishaps here and
Pretty
there.
good.
Yeah, for a tournament.
Yeah, like 3 pretty stupid deaths, and it cost
Yeah.
me about like 40 seconds. So like the run
Spider
was
cave.
like, really damn good. The run was like really good. Like the biggest problems probably FJ, like 37 behind after. Like,
Oh,
like hub 2 is might be close to like my best.
yeah. It
There's
was.
just like a couple things in racing.
Yeah, you and Mike. Mike was about 30 seconds behind going into Hub 2. He missed the lurker cycle in Misty, and then he missed the boosted. He bounced off with the boosted, so he ended up 30 seconds behind. Stayed with you till Boggy, and then you just pulled 15 seconds 15 seconds ahead. So you were 45 seconds ahead in going into Hub 3. He doesn't do stalagmite hops, so that was another 20-30 seconds, and then you just stayed ahead from there. Great run from Mike, 134.13.
Nice.
134. So what did you get? 122, 132.22.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
less than 2 minutes, about 1 minute 50 seconds apart from each other. That's
a solid race.
Better. I think that's closer than your PBs are. So technically, Mike got closer to his PB than you did, Aslov. So, Mike, congratulations on the win.
Oh, let's go.
Is that? I don't think that's true. Actually, I think you're wrong.
What were you? What was Mike at? Yeah, Mike is 115 off his PB. You're 118.
Oh, damn.
Mike wins by 3 seconds.
Let's
We
go.
were enjoying the slideshow in LavaTube. That was fun.
that was
Yeah.
fun.
The LavaTube.
I really loved
Yeah,
watching Miner's cutscene and not knowing what was going to happen.
Wait, what happened?
What?
As I was
Aslov
just on
gave
the
us
slideshow.
Oh,
Hey, this
It was
is-
kind of funny because, like, when Daxter or when Jak is picking up the power cell, Daxter is just teleporting to different parts of the screen because he runs around so much.
Yeah,
Good run, Mike.
the house I'm in has bad internet, and this is actually I'm in the best spot of the house for it. So
My
this would
God.
probably be my only and last with this bad internet.
Other than that, the missed orb there in Citadel, that was a good run, Mike. Misty was a little rough, but
yeah.
you were
Losing a
keeping
minute
up with
in Misty.
Aslov pretty much the whole time. It was only those major mistakes where Aslov pulled ahead.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but
You'll get another chance. You gotta beat the winner of Zombie and Tabo and the winner of Zyphels and Race. If that made sense.
so there's 2 more matches before.
Yes. Zombie and Tombo have to race, and then Zyphels and Reese have to race, and those two play each other, then you'll play the winner of those two.
The winner of the winner of
Yeah.
the winner.
So basically, it's going to come down to you v
Winner of the
Aslov,
winner of the winners.
Yes.
but you have one more match before then.
Alright.
Cool. Alright, and then Aslov, you're sitting there waiting for I
The
don't know.
winner
You
of the
might,
winner
might
of
have
the
to wait
winner
a
of the
while.
winners.
What is the finals is a best of 3, so you'll only have to win 1 game, Aslov. Well, the winner of the losers bracket, the winner of the losers, will have to win 2 games against Aslov, which
Wait,
yikes.
no. Is it best of 3 or is it just a
Well,
reset?
it's a reset. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a best of 3 with Aslov getting a 1 game advantage, so it's a reset.
Okay, I was under the impression this whole time that grand finals was a best of 3.
That's what I thought.
Nope. Yeah, so Aslov gets an advantage this way because he won this match.
Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah, I technically still could have PB'd this run up until like 3. Since I got
Oh, wow.
Stalagmite hops and my hop 2 was really good. I was only plus 22. But I mean, Spider Cave, like the first half was like the hardest.
Yeah.
It's the rails. I had to play the rail safe because I was nervous and not.
And at that point, Mike wasn't that far behind, so.
Yeah, I was nervous because it's a race. Like,
Yeah.
and also if you take the rails risky on like a decent piece of bait, just never go right, especially when you haven't been
Yeah.
playing that much. And Spider Cave was actually pretty decent. I just died a couple times.
Mm-hmm. And luckily, they weren't the worst deaths. The second one was a little worse, but
Yeah.
wasn't
It's-
awful.
Then I had the chance to bring it back to 131, and as soon as I just died in a bad spot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. All right. Well, GG's to the runners. I don't know if we have any of the future matches scheduled. Saren would know, probably, but until then, I assume we're gonna go raid someone. Someone playing Jak, probably. We have Aslov playing Jak and Daxter.
Oh, wow.
Mike is also playing Jak and Daxter. That's pretty cool.
No, I'm
Cool
not.
Cat Gang's also playing Jak and Daxter.
Cool. Ooh, I wonder if we should raid. Also, shout out Cool Cat Gang. Please leave a follow. We are almost at 3,000 followers, and we
Okay,
were